Good morning. Welcome into Boomer and the Beard. We are having challenges yet again because why not? Welcome in. No music. No music because we're challenged. Are you challenged this morning, Jonah?
Nope, I'm up early.
You were a little bit early.
Got the worm.
You got that worm?
Mm-hmm. Caught it full.
Early bird.
Yeah, man.
You know what they say about that early bird?
Yeah,
Get that worm, son.
stacks on deck.
Stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks. You know what I'm saying? So so we got some challenges going. I'm sure we will get them resolved at some point. But I'm really excited to be here, if you can't tell.
Oh, yeah, me too. That's why I was here early.
You were here early.
Well,
That, and you didn't have to pick up Marshall.
Well, no.
Because his straggling.
Oh, we meet on the way, so it don't hold me up.
Okay,
No.
okay.
It's
You
right
know
by
the
my
way.
place. No, I'm just going to try to start getting here a little bit early, get the place opened up and everything, get all computers charged up and everything ready to go. That's what a leader does.
Lead away, my friend. Lead away. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, Hayden's here. That's all that matters. We're good to go.
He texted me like 5:27. Like
4:27?
Yeah, 5:20. That'd have been yesterday. 4:27. He said, "I'm on the way."
Yes.
Like, all right, gigate. So, good. My computer's gonna die. That's gonna be fantastic. Don't have a charger for that. It's gonna be a good day, man. It's always a good day
Of course.
in a neighborhood. Won't you be my neighbor?
Yep. You ain't gonna believe this. Whenever Tuesday's over with, there's usually a show on Wednesday. So go home, charge your stuff. Get here a little early, make sure things is on. It's okay. I didn't get home at 7:30 or anything yesterday.
I had a tough day.
Oh, bless it.
Yeah, tough day.
Bless it.
Tough day.
Did you get
Got a little sunburn.
fishing line cut your finger?
Tough day. Tough day. Look, you can't all work as hard as I do. All right, it's tough out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? So this is cool. I'm really glad this is working well.
Zach's out of touch.
He's out of time. Work, computer. Golly, this is when people get mad at us for.
Oh, well, there's plenty to talk about today.
Oh, yeah. I caught fish yesterday, though.
Oh,
Talking
wow.
about that.
That's good.
You sprayed trucks, I caught fish.
Man, we knocking them out.
That's good, man. I'm proud. Proud of
sometimes I worry sometimes, and then I realize after a while goes by, I realize I should never worry. But, because I've been doing this since 2005, so I've dealt with Bush, I dealt with the recession, I dealt with 8 years of Obama, I dealt with 4 years of Trump that was just a boost, and we're still riding that wave. But
Ride the
you know what they say, all good things must come to an end.
Come to an end.
I think right now, and they're probably doing this in other countries. I don't feel like the United States is the only one that they're talking about sending everybody stimulus check after stimulus check and pumping all this fake money into the economy. And everybody's just buying up everything and building and building and building and spending. We might be in a bubble right now. And so, everybody doing a whole lot of spending. Yeah, that's okay. But make sure you're spending on things that's, maybe going to last. Or maybe that's just not wasteful. We all just need to be thoughtful.
Yeah, just being thoughtful.
Well, looking at the history of our country, you're going all the way back to the Great Depression. We've had a lot of ups and downs, and there's just a lot of spending going on right now. So just get it while you can,
Yeah, you're right.
What are we going to do? We're already like raw materials, wood, just anything to produce or build with. The whole world is competing for all this stuff right now. So that just whenever I hear about raw materials are being competed against globally, that just shows you that
everybody wants them.
Everybody wants them because all countries are pumping money into their economies, and it's fake money by these central banks. And there's just a larger plan going on here, folks, and we just need to be very conscious of what's going on.
You gotta stay aware. Line X Philippines is watching.
Oh,
Renato Soné.
oh yeah. What's up, Renato?
You know Renato?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Renato.
Mm-hmm.
He sprays in the Philippines.
Yep. Oh, well, Linux is worldwide.
Worldwide.
Yep. I mean, we have people from everywhere. I got buddies in the Tahiti and
I'd like to go. Can we go visit them?
I would really like to go visit that guy.
Yeah, me too. Can I come?
Down Mexico.
Can we make it a company trip?
Sure. It usually always ends up like they come here though, but
That's unfortunate.
but yeah, whenever we have our global Linux conferences every other year, and so the like last time was in Savannah, and I think we're going to be somewhere in California this winter, and but yeah, people all over the country.
The world.
Yeah, I mean,
the country.
yeah, excuse me. The world.
I mean, come on.
Yep. Everywhere. I mean, Middle East.
Oh!
Sure.
They don't be spraying them Taliban trucks, do they?
Oh, yeah. You know, Toyota's got Linux in the back.
You know that Hilux got that Line X?
Yeah, man.
Like, that's the bulletproof, man.
Well, I mean.
Bulletproof, son.
There is a bunch of old dogs like myself that
Learning new tricks?
but
my bad.
back in the day, you know, we really, really pushed the brand and the quality of it and the quality of ourselves. And so that's what you got to do. You can't just have a good brand and not be quality yourself, or put out quality yourself with a dumpy brand or product. So it's a good mix of everything that's turned out well.
Renato. That's a cool name, man.
Yeah.
I wish my name was Renato. Can I be Renato?
Yeah, I used to I used to have on Facebook, I'd be friends with a whole lot of people all over the world. But what's the point of being friends with somebody on Facebook if you don't never understand what they're saying? You know, there's a lot of Russians I had to delete and Ukrainians. I just, you know, if I'm scrolling and I see your stuff and I have no idea what you're talking about, I'm just going to have to
Smash that delete button.
Yeah. Then I dumped a lot of Canadians too, just because, I mean, they're.
No, you never know about the Canadians.
I mean, their president just all the time sitting with his legs crossed and stuff. And so.
You can't trust a man sit with his legs crossed. Oh, my bad, Connor. My bad, buddy. I didn't see you sitting over there with.
I said that just to pick at him.
I didn't see you sitting over there with you.
He's about to dump the whole show and walk out.
Wait, is it tomorrow already?
I know, that's right.
Oh, man. Tomorrow's Connor's last day. We're all going to cry. I guess at some point between now and tomorrow, we should figure out how to try to do the video side of this thing.
Nah, I think we should do like you always do and just show up and figure it out. Get her 5 till.
But today it was 2 till,
That's
for the
all right.
record. I had to stop and get breakfast.
But yeah, I mean, you know, we got a lot of ups and downs, and we just always need to be prepared for it. I mean, but it's like whenever I'm slow, if I get slow, I'm always trying to get caught up or get busy and get more work. Then I'm really far behind. I'm trying to get caught up. So I feel like in my life, I'm always trying to find that perfect medium balance that's never going to be there. But I think as men, that's when the good Lord always just, you know, the Bible teaches us not to be idle and to stay busy and to work. So, you know, I'm blessed. I would say probably 2016, though, when I had my motorcycle wreck. And if I was to ever have a motorcycle wreck, it would have the best year would have been 2016 because, you know, it's kind of looking like Hillary Clinton was going to win. I mean, from what all the polls and every news organizations told us that, and it was a slow year. I think there was a lot of people really worried around our area, and because we just have to worry about what goes on in our area. You know, as a Republican state, we want a Republican to win, and I'm sure in Democrat states, of course, they want Democrats for the consumer confidence. And if you're not feeling confident about the future or about the president or the government or whatever, you may hold on to that money a little bit longer. But I tell you what, I don't know about the rest of the country, but as far as that economy and money flow and stuff like that, it seems to be everybody riding with Biden right now. But I feel like it's going to come to a little end. So,
Lord, I hope it comes to an end. But I'm not saying I hope he comes to an end. That's not what I'm saying.
I think we need to level out a little bit. I don't understand why they're still talking about another stimulus check going to be sent to everybody. The only thing that ever has to do with giving back to us that makes any sense is when people talk about cutting off the payroll taxes. We shouldn't be taxed on our work. I mean, we get taxed on everything.
Oh, they're going to tax you to death.
I mean, it's like they tax the money that we make, and then they tax the money that we go spend on.
Oh, we can't have that.
I remember when I paid my house off a couple of years ago, and I felt so accomplished. I mean, I didn't know. It brought a tear to my eye because I didn't know how to feel.
It'd bring a tear to a glass eye.
Well, oh yeah, I didn't know how to feel. But then I realized shortly after, a couple months later, I got my property taxes in.
It ain't yours.
I was like, this house is mine. The house is mine, but I'm renting the land from the government.
Yeah.
We're never really free.
No. Come on, man. You think you own something?
No.
Don't pay the property taxes. See what happens. See if you own anything.
That's right. I'll pick that house up and move.
Boomer and the Beard will be right back.
And even our old fart co-host.
Boomer and the Beard.
Boomer and the Beard.
Why are you staring at me?
I know what you did.
What?
You know what you did.
What are you talking about?
The cookie dough. You've been all up in the cookie dough. My cookie dough.
Okay, see, look, what had happened was...
Get your own dough, yo. Get your own dough with Cookie Dough Magic, now open in Huntsville. We all have memories of stealing that cookie dough from the mixer before our grandmother could bake it. Now you can get it in a cone, cup, milkshake, and more, all safe to eat with no baking required. We have 12 delicious flavors. It's the best of both worlds. Delicious cookie dough, and it's safe to eat. Some of our signature flavors include magic chocolate chip, birthday cake batter, cheesecake dough, salty sweet, peanut butter, and more. It's so good. Get yours today at Cookie Dough Magic. Now open on Jefferson Street North in downtown Huntsville. And check us out online at mycookiedoughmagic.com. Life is short. Mix it up with Cookie Dough Magic.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, the inventor of MyPillow, and like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. Pillows would go flat, I would flip-flop all night long, I would wake up with a sore neck, maybe a headache, or feel like I needed a nap even though I slept 8 hours. When I invented MyPillow, I wanted it to where you could move the patented fill to give you the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of sleep position. MyPillow will get you into that deep sleep faster, and you will stay there longer. It's not about how much time we spend in bed, it's about how much of that quality sleep we get. I do all of my own manufacturing right here in the United States. I have a 10-year warranty. You can wash and dry my pillow, and I give you a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. And here's my best offer ever.
Buy your premium queen-sized MyPillow for $29.99. That's right, $29.99 for a premium queen-size MyPillow, only $5 more for the king size. Go to mypillow.com/radio specials. Use promo code BEARD at checkout.
Are you tired? Do you suffer from chronic fatigue, neuropathy, or joint pain? Call Madison Integrated Medicine. Our amazing staff will provide an individualized patient experience focused on your overall health to treat the cause, not just the problem. Utilizing both traditional and natural medicine. Don't let the symptoms become overwhelming. Treat them preventatively with Madison Integrated Medicine on Slaughter Road in Madison. Call 256-325-0955. That's 325-0955.
Where Alabama talks. WVNN. Depend on it.
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard, where we don't have bed music at all. We're so thankful that you've joined us. We are, we're working on. We got a solution coming. Like John Merrill, and we will make that available probably next segment as our goal. So for now, you That's Hayden's work attendance.
Oh well.
Yeah, we got bed music. Come on, baby, we ready to roll. We hot to trot. We got it like we like it.
So like you say bed music. You hear Rick and Bubba say bed music, and then I'd always hear Rush Limbaugh say bumper music.
Those are two different things.
Okay.
So bed music is it's a nice bed for you to talk over.
Okay,
right.
Okay.
So when you come back from the break, and then bumper music is like Rick and Bubba, or our Boomer and the Beer.
Okay.
That's bumper music.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a bumper from the segment to the commercial.
Yeah, and Rush Limbaugh had that dum. Okay, I get you.
So bed music is on the way in.
Okay.
It's a nice bed for you to talk over, and then bumper music is the bumper between the segment and the break.
See, I thought that was the same thing, and just somebody had their different.
Just wanted to call it different things, like tomato and tomato.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, like when in Rome.
Yep.
Wait, what? So yeah, I'm so pumped right now. I got my bed music back. I got my control like I like it. Oh, wow, really?
That kind of cleaned up the little area right here.
We not changing it.
Kind of cleaned it up.
We're not changing it. I don't like where this is headed.
I'm just saying.
I don't like.
I like clean.
There's too many things.
I cleaned it up yesterday a little bit around here.
Did you?
Yeah.
New day.
Oh yeah.
Do you feel like you're my maid?
I just feel like a leader's got to lead, so that's what I do.
Yeah, because you're not my maid.
No.
We keep it fairly neat around here.
If I grace the presence of any location,
you're going to improve it while you're there.
Well,
tighten it up.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, that's
if you show up somewhere, then it needs to be improved upon whenever you leave.
Tighten it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how I am too. I tighten up. I see. Everybody has their own gifts that they bring to the table, or even not even gifts. That's not the right word. Everyone has their own things that they look for to tighten up. Like tidiness is something that is not like. I am a creative person. I'm a bit messy, right? Like I'm a messy person, but that is part of the nature of creative, of the sales type, the outgo. Like you and I are built very differently in our personalities and in our skill sets and in our and that's a good thing because that's what makes great radio. But it also creates at times challenges because we both like things a certain way, and we're both A types. We both run our own business. We're both successful business people. Like, you know what I'm saying? So everybody has their own. That's what makes the team perfect that we've got right now. Is everybody has their own kind of area of tightening up. Does that make sense? We all tighten up in our own way.
I guess like I like to create, but I like to always start from a clean slate.
Yeah.
Or if you're going to draw a picture, get a clean piece of paper.
And I'll just draw on any piece of paper I can find. If there's a corner on a piece of paper, I'll create on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And so if I got a new piece of paper every time I went to create something, there would be no trees left in the world.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I gotta put multiples on a page.
Yeah,
that and I'm like a 5-year-old child. So outside of those two things, but no, we got it going on right now. We got it going on right now for sure. So we are gonna miss Connor though. Producer Connor, are you excited? Are you? I mean, be honest. Are you excited that your last day is upcoming?
If only for the fact that I won't have to wake up at 4:30 in the morning anymore.
No, it's okay. I mean, it's okay to say you're excited about it. I mean, you're not going to hurt my feelings. Like you have done. I've said it time and time again. You have done more than I would have ever done at your age. I know that's a fact. So, I mean, super thankful for all the time you spent with us. So it's okay to say, yeah, I'm excited. I don't have to wake up. I don't have to be here anymore.
But as he gets older, though, I mean, getting up early will just come more natural to him. And, and he may have a job to where he needs to get up early, so he'll already have it whooped.
Yeah, that's right. No, he's demonstrated that he can do it. Now, Hayden, on the other hand, has demonstrated he can sometimes do it. So, but it is I
mean, I remember when so my first job out of high school was at a cabinet shop, and I worked there for 7 years, and I had to be there at 6 o'clock. And, man, that was the hardest thing for me to do was, get up at 5. I mean, I really lived about 10 minutes down the road, so I was up about 5:30. But that was rough, especially on a Friday morning. No, on Thursday nights. But
yeah, Thursday nights you get wild,
And then when I started working at Linex out in Decatur. I was 25, I guess. Yeah. So we hadn't opened at 8 o'clock, man. I was right there. I was ready to sleep just a little bit longer. But now I'm wide awake at 4 o'clock. I just pop out of bed like I ain't sleepy. I don't want to hit the snooze button. I'm just up. So, but if I was a naturally wake up at 4 like I always do and try to go back to sleep and get back up at 6, it's rough. I mean, I feel like I get back in that deep sleep. You know what I'm saying? Wake up for a second, get back into deep sleep, and you wait, and it's hard to get up.
Mm-hmm. I know that's right. It is definitely. Look, I don't love waking up this early, but I do love how productive I've become. Like, I go fishing.
You should be proud of yourself.
I can catch the hell out of them.
That's good.
That is pretty good. But no, it is.
I don't own no fishing pole. I don't have an Xbox, PlayStation.
Well, I don't have any of that stuff. Well, let me back up. My son wanted to try the Xbox, and I happened to have the one from when I was in college. And let me tell you, you can't buy games for it. You can't find nothing out there for it. It's an Xbox, like a One, I think is what it's called. Xbox One.
Yeah.
I'm talking about she's so old. No.
You got a Halo?
Xbox 360.
You got a Halo game?
Yeah, of course I have Halo.
Well, that's all he needs.
That's what I'm saying. Between that and Guitar Hero, he's golden.
Yeah.
But no, I have the Xbox 360.
If I was
Connor, what year was Xbox 360 produced?
05.
Did
you just pull?
Connor.
What did you?
Can't believe this kid.
Was that just off the top of your dome?
Yeah.
You just happen to know exactly when Xbox 360 was produced off the top of your head.
Mm-hmm. I'd be willing to bet that it was around November too, but I'm not certain about that.
And we're gonna lose this kid.
I take it back. You're not allowed to leave. College's not happening. We're gonna ruin your future. You're staying with us. Boomer and the Beard will be right back.
Boomer and the Beard. This is News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. News starts now.
More Americans are getting vaccinated, but more people are getting sick. Doctors and nurses stretched thin once again in some places. Dawn Holland is a nurse in Dearborn, Michigan.
We're still seeing that sick patient population coming in. We can definitely feel that there is an uptick, for the sick patient coming in.
The White House says every American adult will be eligible for a COVID vaccine by April 19th, 2 weeks earlier than previously announced. There's also talk now of requiring proof of a vaccine for employment or shopping. ABC News medical contributor Dr. Ryan Rivera.
I think if a private organization wants to require vaccination in order to use their services, then they should be allowed to do that, whether that's a cruise line that wants to protect their customers or a church that wants to protect their congregation.
The governors of Texas and Florida say vaccine passports will not be allowed in their states. The police lieutenant who teaches use of force techniques to the Minneapolis PD testifying this week at the Derek Chauvin trial about techniques used on George Floyd the day Floyd died. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Karen's a quilter.
Karen's Quality Quilts. Quality custom quilts quickly.
How's the quilting business, Karen?
Kinda quiet. My quest to quadruple my quilting sales has created a quagmire.
Can I be candid, Karen?
Okay.
You need a website that can encompass the quality of your quilts.
I know quilts, but I know no computers. They're confusing.
But there are people who know coding like you know quilting.
Who's that?
I'm glad you asked. Web Underdog creates websites that don't just catch the eye, they catch customers. And they're as user-friendly for you as they are for your clients. We build high-quality, clean, well-coded, custom designs for organizations of all sizes that are affordable, professional, and specially made for your brand and visitors. Outside of responsive web design, Web Underdog also offers search engine optimization, website management, and so much more. Give your business the professional touch and contact Web Underdog for a free web design quote. Call 256-998-0667. That's 998-0667 and online at webunderdog.com. Web Underdog, your local web design and SEO agency.
Why are you staring at me?
I know what you did.
What?
You know what you did.
What are you talking about?
The cookie dough. You've been all up in the cookie dough. My cookie dough.
Okay, see, look, what had happened was...
Get your own dough, yo. Cookie Dough Magic, now open in Huntsville. 12 delicious flavors in a cone, cup, milkshake, and more. Cookie Dough Magic, now open on Jefferson Street North in downtown Huntsville. And check us out online at mycookiedoughmagic.com.
The Dale Jackson Show, weekday mornings only on WVNN.
They're being superstitious. Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I'm Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. I'm so glad that you've chosen to join us here on this Monday morning. I'm kidding, cheeseburger. I'm just kidding. It's Wednesday. Wednesday morning edition. We are 3 minutes past the bottom of the hour. I always do that every time. 3 minutes past the bottom of the hour. This segment brought to you by Chick-fil-A of Decatur, with 2 locations to serve you well on 31 South and the Beltline. They're hiring. Did you know that? They're hiring. Where you can go say my pleasure all day long. Get a nice free meal and great money. You get paid well. They take great care of you. Go talk to Mackenzie over there at Chick-fil-A. Let them know the Beard sent you, and they will hook you up with a job. Hooked up? Get hooked up?
I'd want my kid to work there if they was looking for like a intro first job,
little part-time or something,
yeah,
a little part-time gig.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Gig.
Well, I mean, you're not only you're learning things as far as manners and just how to interact with people, and make a little side money too. So,
I'm a podcast guy. That's what I do, right? I listen to podcasts all day. While I just have my AirPods in nonstop, so I'm constantly. I have a desk job, so I listen to podcasts while I work. And I've been listening to KFC versus Chick-fil-A. It's a Business Wars podcast from Wondery, and it is very interesting to hear how Truett Cathy and Colonel Sanders, how that went down, because they came up about the same time.
Oh wow. Okay.
And so there was there was a fried chicken fight. Because at the time, fried chicken took like 30 minutes to cook. So Colonel Sanders was the one that pioneered using a pressure cooker for chicken.
And I excuse me. Colonel Sanders' story is very inspiring because
he shot a man.
Well, and just how old he was when he finally figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was old.
50s.
I mean, he was up and down his whole life. Could have gave up and said, "No, I'm gonna keep on going." And
he shot a man.
Wow,
fun story. He was he owned a service station, and let's just call it Sinclair Oil and BFA, and right, because back at the time they were the two, or MFA, I think it is. They were the big ones, and so MFA and Shell and whoever else. So let's just say he owned a Shell station. There was a Sinclair station across the street, and Colonel Sanders, Harlan Sanders at the time, was his competition kept painting over his advertisement on the road.
Oh,
and he went over and told him, "Hey, don't do that again, or I'll kill you." I guess it was pretty serious. And
well, back in the day,
at the time, Shell, his superior was there, and this little boy rode up on a bike. He said, "Mister, the man's over there painting over your sign again." And he looked at his boss, the regional guy, and he was like, "You down?" And he was like, "I got your back." And then they both just brandished pistols and took off. And I'm like, wow, I guess back in the day they were some G's. They was toting that heat.
They spun that cylinder, slapped it on in there.
Pulled that. They skinned that 6-shooter back and let a rip tater chip.
Pow,
I'm talking about, I'm talking about Wyatt Earp that day. No, so they get there. And the guy painting over the sign actually shoots the guy that's his boss.
Oh, wow.
Like he started it. And then Harlan had to go on and end it. And boy, did he.
Oh.
Boy, did he.
Wow.
Yeah. We call him Quick Draw McGraw Harlan. Quick Draw Colonel Sanders. Anyway, so I thought you'd enjoy that. It's a fun story.
Yeah. Well, Tupac shot a cop.
Tupac's still alive.
Yeah, Tupac.
He lived in L.A.
I don't really remember the whole story, but it was a it was an undercover cop or something like that. Was anyway, he ended up getting off because it was a cop's fault. But yeah, he shot in self-defense type deal or something.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah,
you shoot a cop in self-defense.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. You should look that story up and get more details on it. I don't know all the details, but yeah,
our audience loves a good Tupac story. They're big on rap.
Well, I'm sure they are. I mean, who
did you hear that segment? It's one of our best of segments.
Who didn't grow up on rap, especially some old Tupac?
A lot of people here. Well, they didn't grow up like you and I did.
Well,
we grew up in bangers.
I tell you, I hated country music growing up, but now I'll listen to the old country music that was around whenever I was growing up. You know, it's kind of like the older you get, the more you turn into like your parents or something. You know. But,
rapper charged in shooting of undercover officer?
Yeah, it was an undercover cop.
No, off-duty cop.
Off-duty cop. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it was an off-duty cop.
But he was charged.
Yeah, he was charged.
Let's see. Halloween 1993, Tupac Shakur drove past two drunk off-duty officers in Atlanta and confronted them for using a racial slur. There have been conflicting accounts that cops were harming a person of color, but many transcripts do not have that information. Clayton County Police Officer Mark Whitetail and his brother were wounded in the incident. Whitetail admitted to possessing a gun that he had taken from the evidence room. Huh.
Hey, let's get drunk and steal a gun out of the evidence room and go harass some black folks in Atlanta. A bunch of idiots. And all of a sudden, Tupac's just so happened to be riding by.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Tupac raised by a Black Panther. Yeah. He was...
Hey, gave him something to rap it about, didn't it?
Well, ain't no doubt about that. Ain't no doubt about that. Yep, there it is. Prosecutors dropped all charges, saying Tupac acted in self-defense.
Self-defense.
Yes, that's the title of his next album, Self-Offense.
Yeah.
That'd be a good album.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you should do that.
Yo, my name is Zach, and I like it to hang out with black people all the time because I'm not racist when I rhyme. That was pretty good.
Only when you
Shut up. So yesterday, you know how I always ask people, why you listen to this show? Why in the world? If you drive down the road right now, just stop and ask yourself, why do I listen to these idiots? Somebody finally responded to that question yesterday.
Oh, what's up?
She said, because you're freaking hilarious. That's why. And I was like, oh.
Well, that's what people needs in the morning, you know.
Yeah, hey, this here Junior. I want you to talk about some depressing stuff that makes everybody want to jump off a bridge into 2 foot of water.
I don't know. Maybe it's too soon.
Unless it's John Merrill. We can talk about John Merrill.
Well,
is that a Connor? Can you find that story anywhere? Can you corroborate the story before we go with it, because this one's a little bit damaging. So
yeah, maybe Live and Local should break all that if it's true.
I don't want Live and Local to break it. He'd have too much fun. He would have let me back up. It wouldn't be fun enough.
Yeah.
Like when you got a story like this one, you need the comedic geniuses to take it.
I mean, it may take a little while to. I don't know.
Are you worried it's not corroboratable?
I don't know. I just seen it on. Seemed pretty legit.
But what? I mean, but were they on? Was it like Alex Jones' website or?
Mm-mm. Oh, but I tell you what, I did see. Alex Jones has been, because Alex Jones lives in Texas, and they got all these like super cages or whatever you call them, with the migrant facilities and stuff like that. And he's in this like Humvee with the trap door on the top, bullhorning, just screaming at these security guards and everybody about the just keeping all these people. And I mean, they have got 10 times the kids in these facilities than when Obama built these places. And with this program, and then, Obama started getting heat about it, so he kind of started to reel it back some. Trump reversed it. Now Biden's brought it back way bigger than it ever was. I wouldn't say he brought it back. I don't know. I mean, ultimately, doesn't everything land on the president?
Yes.
But yeah, Alex Jones out there giving everybody a hard time about it.
So I found the story. I found a story about the story from 8 hours ago in a what I would call a reputable-ish site, saying that accusations are swirling following a story originating on a right-wing blog that levies heavy accusations of inappropriate behavior. The story was penned by the National File, a far-right blog that has received heavy criticism from the watchdogs. However, it does also say there seem to be pictures, including one of what seems to be Merrill in a hotel room with a woman that's not his wife. But let's also say that this particular website has received the tinfoil hat designation from the Media Bias Fact Check Foundation, which yeah, you don't know what that means. I mean, that could be, it could be anything. If they checked us, they would think we were tinfoil hat people. So I don't know. It has not been corroborated unless you can find anything. All I see is a story about the story and no corroboration of any substance. And his statement, let me just be very clear. Let me say unequivocally that these baseless allegations are entirely false. Beginning in 2019, this woman began texting and communicating with me through social media. While we exchanged texts and she even visited the office, it was clear she had other intentions that were bordering on obsession. I alerted my wife Cindy to this, and we have both agreed to cut off any and all communication with her.
Well, why was he texting with
Yep,
her?
there it is. It's going to come out.
Well, why was he texting?
I give it 30 days or less. We T-minus 30 days till we find out find out about some interdigital stuff that'll scare the heck out of you.
So I'm texting with a woman. She comes to my office.
Oh yeah, she comes and visits. Yeah, she came up to the office and visited, and then I decided she was obsessed. Yeah, well, that looks great, John. Hey, heck of a statement, buddy. Hey, way to go, John.
She's really spilling
this guy.
She's spilling the beans.
About to get ugly in Alabama. Boomer and the Beard will be right back.
Boomer and the Beard.
You go as hard as you can. And then a little harder.
And then it was like I stepped funny, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I could barely walk on it.
Okay, let's take a look.
At Lane Chiropractic, we'll help your sports performance and your overall health by improving your range of motion, flexibility, relieving inflammation, and so much more. Focusing to improve health and wellness in all areas of your life. Whether you're having trouble with back pain, neck pain, or just want to start feeling better when you wake up in the morning, Dr. Lang is focused on a whole person approach, finding the underlying causes, creating a personalized plan for your individual needs. Schedule your visit by calling 256-444-1600. That's 444-1600 at Lang Chiropractic on Highway 72 East in Athens in the Publix Shopping Center. Visit us online at langchiropracticcenter.com. Lang Chiropractic, we've got your back. Come see us today.
Where is your haircut gone? We know you don't get out as much. You don't drive by your regular sport clips and pop in for that MVP haircut experience that is so much more than a haircut. But isn't it worth getting out for? For that legendary hot steam towel for your face, massaging shampoo that makes you melt into your seat. Oh man, you remember that, right? We found your haircut. It's right where you left it. Sport clips. It's good to be a guy.
What's better than pizza? That's right, nothing. Well, maybe except for the many ways you can eat it. I like thinner crust. Oh, and with a side of ranch.
I'll take mine with a pretty crazy assortment of toppings. Thousands. With a side of wings. Hot ones.
Pizza. It's a beautiful thing and found all over the world. But for your slice of the pie here locally, you want to try Donato's Pizza in Madison. Enjoy our famous pizzas loaded with edge-to-edge toppings, 100 slices of pepperoni, the family recipe sausage, fresh hand-cut veggies, and premium cheeses like our aged smoked provolone. You'll notice the Donato's difference. But why stop there? We also offer subs, calzones, wings, and desserts. Don't keep eating those same old leftovers. Make tonight a Donato's night with Donato's Pizza on Madison Boulevard in Madison. Call 256-772-6789. That's 772-6789. And online at Donatos.com. Donato's Pizza, where every piece is important.
Where is your haircut gone? We know you don't get out as much. You don't drive by your regular sport clip. Pop in for that MVP haircut experience that is so much more than a haircut. But isn't it worth getting out for? For that legendary hot steam towel for your face, massaging shampoo that makes you melt into your seat. Oh man, you remember that, right? We found your haircut. It's right where we left it. Sport Clips. It's good to be a guy.
For up-to-the-minute news, log on to WVNN.com. Depend on it.
Well, just look down, gave me 40 days. Come on, hey. Instead of a fine that I could not pay. Said, Lorraine, you'll soon be home. Welcome back to the Beer. I'm Zach Walker. Spinning the hits, the 80s, the 90s, and the I'm just messing with you. We're so thankful you join us here each and every day on your favorite, the best, the smartest show in morning radio, the fastest growing radio show in the world, because we said so. You know, that's probably going to be the phrase we use for the rest of our lives.
Well,
we're the fastest growing radio show in the world.
You gotta stay confident.
By what metric? Ourselves.
Yeah.
We said so.
If we say it, then it is.
We claimed it. We named it. Call us Joel Osteen.
Yep.
I got in an argument with somebody about old Osteen yesterday. 866-494-9866. We want to hear from you. We haven't heard from many of you. Yesterday was weird because we were just going straight to the air, which was Connor, speaking of. How much secondhand nervousness or embarrassment did you have knowing that everybody that called was going straight to the air yesterday? Because that is your least favorite thing in radio. Like, far and away. If there's one thing that I do that drives you up, well, I mean, there's plenty that I do that drives you up a wall. But the one thing that regards like how we do the show, that blows your mind. So how did you feel yesterday knowing that anybody that called, I was just clicking on the button?
You know, sometimes you need a little excitement. So I was ready to see what happened, where it ended up.
It went pretty well. We had some good calls.
Well, I mean, okay, so I don't really see what the difference is. If you know you want to do something or say something and it's not appropriate, you could just be all nice and cozy to Hayden and let him pass you on through and then say it anyway.
Right.
So whether or not we got a middleman there or not,
I think the reason for call screening is less about the appropriateness, more about keeping the train of thought headed in the right direction. Like
but we don't
vetting the topic.
We don't really have a train of thought.
That's correct. Yeah, so. we jumped off the train a long time ago.
Yes.
I do have another question, though, because yesterday I was at Master Control, and there were lots of phone calls. I mean, we had lots and lots of phone calls. The last time I was at Master Control, we had lots of phone calls. When Hayden's at Master Control, we don't get any phone calls. Does that mean that we're not getting phone calls, or Hayden's just not answering them for us?
I think Hayden's trying to swipe right, and he needs to be looking left sometimes.
Yeah,
so
over there swiping right when he needs to be looking left because the phone's on his left, folks. Yep. If you're not watching the live stream.
Before we get too far, though, let's finish up the KFC and Chick-fil-A little chicken war there.
What about it?
Well, I feel like
you went back like 3 segments.
Well, because I've been thinking about it, and then I want to talk about Joel Osteen also. But so Chick-fil-A's chicken.
Uh-huh.
Would you say it compares more to the KFC original recipe or the extra crispy?
My wife and I were talking about this. Chick-fil-A is not even in the same category as KFC to me. They are two totally different categories.
Well, definitely.
But
if they took anything and improved upon it,
I can't. I mean,
I'm leaning more toward the original.
See, I can't do that. I can't do that. I love KFC. I think KFC is exceptional.
Do you like original or extra crispy?
I don't discriminate.
I don't either.
I'll eat them both. If I had to choose, I'd probably choose extra crispy.
I think the younger me would have. Now that I get older, I kind of like them. What is it, 12 herbs? How many herbs and spices is it?
I don't know.
I feel like
lots of them.
I feel like
11 herbs and spices.
Yeah.
What was that there, Tonto?
11.
11 herbs
I
and
think it's
spices.
11.
Yeah. Well, in the Chick-fil-A is
Thank you
more
for
of
contributing, Hayden.
A little thinner crust. You know,
That's what I'm here for.
It's not like a extra crispy, I guess, with the thicker crust.
866-494-9866. We've got to talk about this. Popeyes, Chick-fil-A, KFC. Can you rank them 1 to 3? Are they the same? Like, is all fried chicken, like, see, to me, Chick-fil-A goes in the category of fast food, like with the Burger King and with the Wendy's and with the McDonald's and with, when I'm thinking about going out to eat and I'm thinking fast food, I'm thinking something I can grab in my hands and eat while I'm driving. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not going to get KFC while I'm driving.
No.
I'm going to sit down at a table and I'm going to enjoy every tasty morsel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now I can get me a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and tear it up, while I'm skinning her back and letting the gnats at her.
Yep.
Headed up the highway. So I'd like to know. 866-494-WVNN. 866-494-9866. Extra crispy or regular. Chick-fil-A or KFC. Popeyes is a wild card in this one for me. Popeyes is a wild card for me because Popeyes it does a little bit of both.
Yeah.
It's like half KFC, half Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Because you could get the chicken sandwich, and Popeyes has one of the best chicken sandwiches I've ever eaten in my life.
I don't see how you can have this conversation and exclude Bojangles.
Well, no, Bojangles definitely. Bojangles is another one.
Jack's is probably
They got good fried chicken,
they're
too.
the underdog right here because they.
But I think to be part of this conversation, you cannot serve a hamburger in your restaurant. It's got to be chicken.
I agree. So then
that puts Jack's out. That puts Jack's out.
But we do have to talk about Bojangles.
Because Bojangles is definitely in. As far as biscuits go, Popeyes has a good biscuit, but Bojangles kills everybody there. The bread on the bread side. French fries wise, ooh, that's tough. Popeyes has some delicious French fries.
They do, but so does Bojangles.
I think
also.
Bojangles at the top on that.
See, I would probably choose Popeyes fries, but that's because I like the spicy Cajun thing. Like
they're both really good.
I like taking hot sauce and smothering my Popeyes French fries in hot sauce. Now, my Bojangles French fries, I'm going to eat with ranch.
Oh, most definitely.
So they're different. They're different flavors there. We got a phone call here. Donovan on line 1. Donovan, what do you have for us?
I got to go Bojangles first.
Bojangles.
Chick-fil-A last.
Out of all of them, if you have a choice between KFC, Popeyes, Bojangles, Chick-fil-A, you're going Bojangles.
Yes, sir.
And that means okay. So let me back up. What if it's a road trip and you're stopping to go to the bathroom, grabbing some food, and getting back on the highway? Does that change your decision?
No, sir.
Okay.
Bojangles Cajun chicken sandwich.
Yep.
So put it in the hand and hit the road.
Wait, where are you at on the pimento cheese?
Not a pimento cheese fan on it, no.
Yeah. I had it one time on a biscuit. It was just a little too much. I like pimento cheese with some crackers, and that's it.
Okay.
Hey,
Donovan, there it is. Thank you.
I'm with him. I'll tell you another thing about Bojangles is that they make their ranch kind of homemade.
Yeah, they
put
do.
them in the
You
little.
can tell.
It's thick.
You could. Oh, it's good. Sometimes it's thick. You could tell. You could tell when old Johnny makes it though. You know what I'm saying? When Hayden's up there making the ranch, you can tell.
Yeah.
It's a little runny. You know what I'm saying? It's not the amount of attention paid to it is not as much as maybe should be.
I have not had the Popeye's chicken sandwich yet, but
ooh, son!
Yeah, I did.
Are you kidding me?
I did stumble across the Bojangles one a couple months ago, and it was excellent.
I've never had the Bojangles chicken sandwich. If I go to Bojangles, Connor, what's your go-to at Bojangles?
I'm usually
my go-to 4-piece creams dinner.
Yeah, me too.
There it
I'm
is.
saying.
There it is.
And I flip-flop back and forth with the bow rounds and the fries, though. And I like their rice. I like their beans, too.
I think Bojangles has, here I'm going to say it, the best chicken biscuit out there. There, I said it.
I agree.
I like it better than Chick-fil-A's. There, I said it. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
Well, that's what's good about fried chicken. It's not all the same.
Now I'm choosing Chick-fil-A for dinner 85% of the time. Out of those options, 85% of the time, I'm going Chick-fil-A for
I'm
a couple reasons.
Well, if I'm going to Chick-fil-A for breakfast, I'm getting the minis.
Really? You a minis guy? See, I
I'm
want a little bit. I want less mess. I want one biscuit. I want to knock it out. I don't want 4. I don't want crumbs from 4 little biscuits.
I like to dip them in the Chick-fil-A sauce.
Plus, the bread is a little bit dense for me.
It's like a roll.
It's a little too dense. I don't know. Chick-fil-A, for as good as they are, I wish they could maybe figure out their biscuits a little bit. They just want to fall apart every time, and that's a little bit challenging for me.
Yeah, and I get with the roll too, because now that I think back, the past couple of times I went to Chick-fil-A for breakfast, I was just getting nuggets and hash browns, like a 8-piece nugget combo.
Nuggets for breakfast?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I like to dip.
See, I think Bojangles wins the breakfast contest by default on the grounds that it's available all day.
Whoa.
Well, yeah.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, Nelly.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's the trump card.
But yeah, and I like spicy
No pun
chicken.
intended.
I like spicy.
Doesn't it suck that we can't say trump card ever again without some kind of connotation?
You know
a spade's out the door. Spades can't play spades anymore.
Hey,
too much Trump in it.
Connor, correct me if I'm wrong, but their name originally is not Trump. It was like something else from when they came over from Europe, and then I think his dad changed their name, simplified it down to Trump.
Are you making stuff up?
No. It was just some Germanic name, but it was similar.
Trumpaniski.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Trumpaniski.
Yeah, they just simplified it down.
Show me your papers. That accent was weird.
My dad could make a really
yeah. What's his Zayden? Oh, $15,000 camera lens. She gone.
My dad could make a really good fried chicken, and it was more like the extra crispy of the KFC.
I'm curious. 866-494-9866. We need to talk about this. I don't think we've established anything as far as fried chicken goes. We need to hear from you. Boomer and the Beard. We'll be right back.
Boomer and the Beard. Boomer and the Beard.
WVNN Athens. WVNN FM Trinity. A Cumulus station. It's 6 o'clock. News starts now.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. A use of force expert testifying at the Derek Chauvin trial in Minneapolis. ABC's Mark Remillard says the lieutenant who trains Minneapolis police officers how to do it testified on Tuesday.
For nearly 3 days, the prosecution has been calling members of law enforcement to talk about policy and training for officers. Witnesses such as Minneapolis Police Lieutenant Johnny Mersil, who said officers should be conservative in their use of force.
We want to use the lowest level of force possible in order to meet those objectives.
Others, such as the chief of police for the Minneapolis Police Department, have said bluntly they believe Derek Chauvin violated department policies in his action against George Floyd. A use of force expert will continue his testimony this morning. Mark Remillard, ABC News.
President Biden says by April 19th, every American adult will be eligible for a vaccine. But what if people refuse? Here's ABC's Alex Perche.
A new battle is brewing over so-called vaccine passports as more companies and schools consider whether to require their employees, customers, and students to prove they're vaccinated. Florida's governor already banned businesses from requiring proof of vaccination, saying vaccine passports would create 2 classes of citizens based on vaccination. And now the governor of Texas also banning them.
People in Florida who were forced to evacuate last week because of a toxic wastewater leak south of Tampa are being allowed back in their homes. The Piney Point retention pond has been partially drained, but restaurant owner Jennifer Amara says she is worried about what's already been dumped into Tampa Bay.
We're going to see these effects for years to come. We're already prone to red tide. This is only going to intensify that this summer, which is going to mean fish kills.
Sources tell ABC News that Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz requested a pardon from President Trump for any crimes he might have committed. Before leaving office, Mr. Trump turned it down. Justice Department currently investigating whether Gaetz had a sexual relationship with a 17-year-old. He denies it. You're listening to ABC News.
Oil drilling investments involve a high degree of risk and are only suitable for SEC-accredited investors. Attention, high net worth investors. Are you tired of paying the IRS more and more each year? When it comes to tax-advantaged investments, one commodity continues to stand alone above all others, and that is domestic oil drilling. When you invest in oil, you get a 100% tax write-off. Oil prices are on an upward move and are predicted to go even higher. Why? The OPEC cuts. Cancellation of the pipeline and the pent-up demand from the pandemic has created the perfect storm for oil prices to shoot upward. Opportunity is banging on the door. Support domestic U.S. oil drilling and production and make your patriotic investment in oil and get a complete 100% tax deduction write-off. Call Encore Energy at 800-287-6691. That's 800-287-6691. 800-287-6691. That's 800-287-6691.
As you know, our friend Mike Lindell has a passion to help everyone get the best sleep of their life. He didn't stop at the MyPillow. Let me tell you something. I just got my Giza Dream bed sheets, and they are unbelievable. Mike found this cotton called Giza cotton. It's incredibly soft, super breathable, extremely durable, 60-day money-back, that same money-back guarantee, that same 10-year warranty that you have on that MyPillow you love so much. The first night you sleep on the Giza sheets, you will never want anything else. Let me tell you something. My son, he's 4. He knows the difference. He knows the difference. He said, Daddy, where are those soft sheets that Mr. Mikey sent me? I said, don't worry, kid, I got you. Pulled them out of the dryer, put them on there. Listen, you right now have a special offer. You will receive 2 for 1 low price and free shipping on the Giza Dream Sheets if you call 1-800-889-7318 or go to mypillow.com/radio specials. Use the promo code BEARD. Again, mypillow.com, radio specials, promo code BEARD.
WVNN. Bearded host, Zach Walker. Alabama's best no-holds-barred, constitutionally conservative, Christ-centered talk radio. If that don't fire you up, then your wood's wet. Now, it's time for your bearded host, Zach Walker.
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. It is 4 minutes past the 6 o'clock hour. Come on. Well, no, so we're so glad that you've chosen to join us here on your favorite, the best, the smartest show in morning radio, the fastest growing radio show in the world, Boomer and the Beard. Welcome. Good morning, Jonah. There he is in the old number 2 seat. My partner here, Jonah Waters, Linex Custom Decatur. What's up, buddy? Linex Decatur Customs. I got those bad.
Yeah. Well, so
it's a heck of a thing.
I know. When we started out, we was just Linex of Decatur, and so whenever I purchased it from my boss back in 2011, I was like, I don't want it to be just, I want to add something else in there to kind of diversify the name and not just be like tied down to just
spruce it up a bit.
So I just kind of added that, and I don't know.
I saw your billboards yesterday. They look quite nice. You got 2 stacked on top of each other.
Oh yeah. They're probably 2 years old. I need to refresh them up.
Yeah, I was down there working hard. Hey, it's a grind out there fishing all day, you know it?
Uh-huh.
There ain't nothing easy about it.
I guess not. I wouldn't know.
Well, we can fix that. We can take you out there one day.
Oh, no, man. I'm sun up, sundown. Well, actually, I'm before.
We before sun up. We both got that going on.
Yeah, I don't know what you call that, but anyway. Yeah, them billboards, I got it's a good little spot. Got a good deal going on.
Kids, what you need to listen to here is two gentlemen, two men, both successful at their own craft in 2 very different worlds. You use your hands and work hard, and I don't use my hands, and it's just the 2 very different worlds of the professional life and what you can work. And there's nothing wrong with both of them. There are days I wish I worked with my hands because I get really, really tired of sitting in an office.
I would say the older I get, though, I'd probably do more problem solving and just.
Well, sure, you're not the one out there, physically having to do it all anymore. Thank God, because your body would start to break down, and there would be some issues with that.
Yeah, a lot of older.
Make your wife do it.
A lot of older people at corporate used to always tell me you got to work at your business, not in your business.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really understand that. And I had a motorcycle wreck, and it kind of forced me out of that. But
yeah, you can't work on your business if you're working in your business.
Yeah, it's kind of like you're always on the inside looking out.
That's right.
Instead of the outside looking in to improve.
You got to get up to that airplane view. You got to get on. You got to climb on up.
But
get on up.
I am. You know, I just had my 5-year anniversary of that
5-year
wreck, and I told my wife to get all my stuff together, and here in a couple of weeks, I'm gonna get back in the booth and spray me a truck. I'm gonna try to spray a truck. You know, do at least one or two a day. If I do one a day, I'd feel accomplished. But,
you want to start spraying again?
I would just like to get back in there
to do it.
Well, it's been 5 years. I mean, it was like I sprayed on a Friday, had a wreck on Saturday, and
so you haven't sprayed in 5 years.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep.
Is it challenging on your body or?
I just got out of there, and I went from the working in it to working at it, and so it's more of running it, building it, and I've grown. I have grown a whole lot since I got out of that booth. But I do miss it. You know, I would just like to still say I can do it. You don't want to get too far away from your roots or where you started at. And so, I just want to get back in there and say, hey, I still can do it. But it's really like riding a bicycle. I know that I'll go in there and knock one out. It'll be no problem. But yeah, pretty much all day long, I just solve problems and try to get things done. You know, because everything is a schedule. So we don't have a single second of our day for anything to break down or to get hung up. I got to answer a whole lot of phone calls, deal with a whole lot of people, ripping and running and just getting it done.
Sometimes you got to rip and run. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, but just stay busy. I mean, focus on success all the time. But yeah, I don't know. I never had the whole billboard deal though.
Looks good, man. Looks good.
I appreciate it. It does need to be updated a little bit. I mean, just the sun fades things out.
Oh, that sun will wreck you, especially your face while you're out there fishing. Do you know what I'm saying?
I tell you, I wish we have such a wonderful place to do boating and fishing.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Just a wonderful area. And
you live right there in it.
Oh, I live close to the river. I look at the river every day, crossing that bridge back and forth. I love it. I remember I was still living in Huntsville when I started working in Decatur. And the highlight of my day was
driving
into Decatur, man, just all that beautiful water. I just really, 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 really wish that the river was cleaner. And, it's kind of like 50, 60 years ago, we wasn't as conscious about the environment, or maybe we just didn't care. I don't know. It's kind of like we'd pollute in other ways, but people really wouldn't litter, and we was conscious about littering and stuff. Now we're trying to plants and the environment, as far as like the big industrial side goes, we're trying to clean all that up, but then the people's throwing trash out all the time.
You getting all tree huggerish on me here?
No, but
I'm just kidding. I'm messing with you.
I do not have any pity for anybody that litters.
No, and that's the thing. And that's the thing about it.
That's laziness.
There's one thing. It's one thing to be conscientious of the. I mean, I'm a hunter and a fisherman. Like, I'm an angler and a hunter. I love the outdoors. Being outside is where I get. I'm closest to the Lord when I'm in nature. Like, no question about it for me.
Yeah.
That's why I hunt.
Yeah.
I don't hunt to kill. I can go to the store and buy the meat, right? For me, it's about connecting to nature, connecting to the outdoors. And, dude, there is something about being on the water or being in a tree stand when the sun comes up. And it's dead silent and pitch black, and before you know it, you hear a little chirping.
Mm-hmm.
You hear little roosters crowing, and you see the sun start to peek out. Then you hear you got squirrels starting to move around, and then the raccoons are coming back from there because they're out hunting all night. I'll never forget. I had 3 raccoons climb the tree I was sitting in. I was terrified, son. Raccoons don't play.
I would not mess with a
raccoons. Don't play. Them trash pandas ain't no joke. So they climbed the tree I was in, dude. I thought I was going to die. Might as well have been a bear.
Oh,
I thought it was a bear.
I'd hate that too. Well, they're just little tiny bears is what they are.
That's exactly right. Little pandas.
Yeah,
that's what they are.
Tiny
they're not polar bears because that'd be racist. Speaking of racist, Georgia is the MLB. We've been talking about this, how they moved an all-star game, right? You heard about that?
Yeah, so the MLB moved from a black neighborhood to a white neighborhood.
So they moved from Atlanta, where it's like, by the way, in a county that voted for Biden.
I'm mostly black.
So this county voted for Biden.
We're going to take money away from them.
And cancel culture took $100 million from them. They have, and so they took it away based on the voting, restrictive voting laws.
Which is still very loose.
Okay, so no, let me break this down for you. In Georgia, there is a 15-day early voting period and voter ID required, okay? In Colorado, where they just moved it to, there is only a 12-day open early voting period, ID also required, and 9% black, as opposed to 82% black in the other county that it was in. Tell me how in the cotton-picking world that makes a lick of sense, you woke idiots.
And it was still a loose law in Georgia. I mean, it was still weekend voting after. It wasn't just simple.
Biden's going to have to finish building the wall. That's so
too
funny.
much pressure. Yeah, well, Trump put out a statement yesterday about that election law deal.
Sorry, I didn't mean to change subject. I just saw something really fun.
But Trump said, Georgia's election reform law is far too weak and soft to ensure real ballot integrity. Election day is supposed to be election day, not election week or election month.
He's right.
Far too many days are given to vote. Too much mischief can happen during this very long period of time. You saw that in the 2020 presidential election. How's Ruby Freeman doing? Governor Brian Kemp and Georgia Secretary of State should have eliminated no-excuse widespread mass mail-in voting, gotten rid of the dangerous and unsecured drop boxes, and should have kept and expanded signature verification to do matches against the historic voter file, among other things. Hope the rhinos are happy. Kemp also caved to the radical left-wing woke mob.
Caved to him.
Who threatened to call him racist if he got rid of the weekend voting. Well, he kept it, and they still called him racist. Trump does not like Trump. These Georgia guys. I mean,
oh gosh.
It's like there's still loose laws. They call them racist anyway. Move it from a Biden voting black area to a woke white.
You got to be woke and white. You know what I'm saying? That guy, hey, you know what they did? They took the money from the white people and gave it to the white people and called themselves the racist hunters. Like, are you kidding me? Get out of here, you freaking idiots. Boomer and the Beard will be right back.
Boomer and the Beard.
When people walk through our doors, they all see something different.
A tree house.
Our dream home.
Our cabin in the woods.
A new golf course community.
When you have every conceivable building material imaginable in place, the possibilities are limitless.
Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop. Let us bring your home improvement project to life. The best products and name brands in residential and commercial building supplies. From lumber to Benjamin Moore paints, DeWalt tools, custom millwork, doors, and more. Looking for something specific? Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is here to make sure you find the products you need to complete your home projects. Pay a visit today to Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop on Clinton Street in Athens and online at PurcellLumberandMillShop.com. Or for questions, give us a call at 256-232-6320. Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop in Athens, where builders, remodelers, and home improvement specialists come to shop.
Remember being in your favorite sport clips, getting set for that great MVP haircut experience? Yeah, how about if we made that wait even shorter? Now, with Sport Clips On Deck text alerts, when you check in online or with our app, we'll text you a 15-minute heads up when it's time to head in. And when you're the next man up, you'll get another text to come take your seat. Less wait time, more prime time. Sport Clips. It's good to be a guy.
Bye, hun. Running late. Love you.
Hey, hun, you forgot your coffee.
For the days you need it most. Don't worry. Perk up and percolate with us.
Put some love in your day with Just Love Coffee Cafe in Huntsville. From our award-winning specialty coffee to our unique and quirky menu, our customers at Just Love Coffee have found us to be a great spot for the highest quality coffee, breakfast, brunch, lunch, or dinner. You'll want to try our delicious waffles, wraps, sandwiches, and more. At Just Love Coffee, we're the place to go when you're by yourself, but don't want to be alone. We're the place to go when you want to catch up with friends. We're the start and end point of your morning run. Stop by the Just Love Coffee Cafe today on Memorial Parkway Southwest in Huntsville, and friend us on social media at Just Love Huntsville and brewing soon at Just Love Madison on Hughes Road across from Madison City Hall. Just Love Coffee. Eat, drink, love.
You can depend on Yeffy for the latest news during your drive home. WVNN Afternoons.
This is Dale Jackson, and you're listening to Boomer and the Beard. Will somebody tell Zach Walker he only has the second best beard on WVNN?
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. I don't know where you found that, but we're so glad you've chosen to join us this morning. It is Wednesday morning, 18 minutes past the top of the hour, and this segment is brought to you by your friends over at MyPillow. Guess what? Mike Lindell being attacked by the radical left. You need to support him. We all do. MyPillow.com/radio specials. Use promo code BEARD at checkout. You'll get all of the products on their site at a deep discount. Buy one, get one free on pillows, you name it. Just go to MyPillow.com/radio specials. Use promo code BEARD at checkout, and you get a deep discount on anything on their site. And support Mike Lindell and MyPillow. I wonder if Good Pillow, I wonder how they're doing. Oh, Good Pillow. You know, Good Pillow. Welcome to the Good Pillow, home of the Good Pillow. Can I take your order?
I got canceled.
Nobody got that.
They canceled herself on that one.
Nobody got my joke about Good Burger.
No.
Not a big fan of Good Burger?
I don't know if I ever had one.
No. What? Oh, no. No.
The movie, the show. What was that with Fat Albert?
What?
I don't know.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm lost.
Good Burger. Kel.
Oh, yeah. See, I was
Welcome to the Good Burger, home of the Good Burger.
Right.
Can I take your order?
Yeah.
That was actually not bad.
Yeah. No, I'm caught up now.
That's one of Hayden's favorite movies.
Mm.
He pulls out his special vape pen and watches Good Burger.
So where are we at? We got done talking
No,
about
I'm going to tell you about my son now. Is what I'm going to do.
Okay, then we need to talk about, let's talk about Joel Osteen when we get done with that.
You just want to go back to Joel Osteen, don't you?
Well,
you want to make everybody mad at us.
I flip-flop about him.
How you can't flip-flop about him. He
Well,
destroys the scriptures.
I'm not saying he don't. I'm just saying.
Well, when you need a good pick-me-up that has absolutely nothing to do with Jesus.
There you go.
Yeah. He's a good encourager.
He's a good encourager, a good inspiration.
You know how much money he got in PPP loans?
I heard about that, too.
Yeah, a lot of money. You know how much?
You mean like the Lakers did, too?
You know how big his house is? Yeah, but I don't mind the Lakers. They're a business. They're a business with lots of expenditures.
Osteen has
Osteen's biggest expense is his freaking mortgages and his private planes and his car. I mean, that's a different ball game there. You know how many? If we go look at how many people the Lakers employ, I have no problem with just because it's a sports team or a big money whatever. Like I've got no problem with churches.
But I
don't know, man.
Could you? But Osteen, like that mega church, they got to have a lot of employees. All their production. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know where to put it. I hesitate to call it a church. It's a club.
It's
a yacht club.
Well, yeah, I completely get what you're saying, though.
You know what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down? You smell when I'm stepping in? So my son...
There's a time and place for everything.
Yeah,
there we go.
There we go. We'll leave it at that. So my son, as you guys know...
This is Zayden. You're listening to the Boomer and the Beard.
So that's Zayden.
And my dad's weird.
And my son is 5, okay? And he is a bit of a pistol, okay? And he's just like me, and it's terrifying. And the other night, he got my mom sent him some Easter stuff, right? So she sent him a box of Easter toys and candies and all that stuff. My mom's real big on all that stuff. So is his. So is my mother-in-law. They both sent him a box of toys and stuff and junk, really. And in that box was a little
from China.
Yeah, it was a little no doubt. We call it the Wuhan gun. It's a bubble gun, and it bubbles up that Rona and shoots it everywhere. And it's actually how they extracted it from the bat and then used the bubble gun to spread it in China. So no, I'm kidding. I did read that on that same website that was talking about John Merrill. But it is that was a good one. I didn't get anything on that. Connor's over on his phone TikToking. Good gracious.
With China TikTok.
With China, yeah, there it is, TikTok, China. Because they didn't get to sell it. Anyways, my son he's got a little attitude problem right now. And I don't know, for those of you that have, go ahead and 866-494-9866. If you've got some parenting advice, I'm going to need you to stack up the phones and get ready. Listen to the story, and then I need your advice. Because
so he's in a terrible fives?
Well, he's not no, look, and I want to be very clear. My son is an exceptional young man. He is incredibly polite. Everywhere we go, they brag on him. He's yes, ma'am. He's no, ma'am. He's please. He's thank you. He got the biggest heart in the world. Like at his birthday party, he didn't want to go play with his normal friends because there were a couple of friends that came that he wasn't real close with. And he was like, but I don't want them to play by themselves. And so he left his friends and went and played with these kids that are they're his friends, you know what I'm saying? But they're not his like.
He's making new friends.
Right. Which he's such a good kid. So I don't want to like, I don't want to trash my son here, but at the same time, he's picked up this little attitude thing he's got going on.
Like with everybody or just daddy?
With daddy and mommy a little bit, and he's a little bit spoiled, but at the same time, he's not like we make sure he's grounded.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rooted in. So, anyways, I went in. He was going to the bathroom. It was in his bedtime routine, and I went in there, and this bubble gun like lit up. So it made it had friction. Like when you pulled the trigger, it spun a wheel. The wheel sparked, and it made light. It was pretty neat.
So was he all the way in the toilet or what?
No. He was peeing this time. So he was standing up with his pants on the ground, 4 feet from the toilet, trying to hit it from like Kobe. I'm like, son, scoot, son. Scoot out. Pee in the toilet, not on the floor.
Everything's a game when you're.
Oh my gosh! It was like he was trying to hit the bullseye at the dunk tank. I'm talking about he was 20 foot away from that thing. I'm like, son, it ain't that big, son. You 5. But anyways, he was peeing, and I went in. I slammed the lights off real fast, and shut the door, so it got pitch black. And then I started hitting that gun. And it lit up the room like blue, and it was pretty funny. It was cool, whatever. And he was like, Daddy, put my toy down.
Oh, that was his toy.
And I said, and he was serious. Like he was getting fired up about it. And we commenced to having that conversation.
In the dark?
No, I turned the light back on.
Son, wait, flipped it on like you're serious?
I flipped that light on like serious as a heart attack. I said, listen here, boy. You don't own a darn thing. There ain't nothing in this house that's yours. This is my house. Those are my toys. That's my car outside. That's my food you just ate. That's my toilet you're peeing on. That's my floor you're peeing on. You don't own a thing. Your mother and I are kind enough to let you use it because we love you. But you don't own a freaking thing in this house. And I'm tired of you running around here like a spoiled little kid thinking this is mine, everything mine. Nothing is yours. If I tell you what, you want to go get a job, son, you can have whatever you want to. Whatever you can buy, you know what I'm talking about. I'm having that conversation with him like he's 18, like he's 5, like he's not going to go. Chick-fil-A's hiring, but he's probably not going for a job. So, I mean, I'm going to continue to provide for my kid. But we've talked about this, right? Like I can't stand an entitled kid.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. I was fortunate, blessed. We were poor at a point. My mom got remarried. My stepfather, my dad, he's my dad. He stepped in, provided for. That's my last name. That's my dude, right? Like that's my dad. And so we were very well provided for, and I was spoiled rotten. Don't get me wrong. The latter half of my life, like we had everything we could ever imagine. So I've been very spoiled, but I grew up poor. I realized the value of things, right? And my son, I just want to make sure my son doesn't, because he is so spoiled and blessed and lucky. Dude, he's got more toys and more junk than you could ever need. And so we had this conversation, right? And my wife heard it from across the house. You know what I'm saying? Like she was like, everything okay? I was like, no, everything's not okay. He said it, toy was his. That he ain't got no toy. She goes, I know. He doesn't own anything. It's all yours. You just let him. I'm like, okay, dear. All right. You want to talk too? Like, golly. I can't say that to my wife because she makes money. But anyways, last night. So last night, this is 3 nights later, okay, or 2 nights later. That was Monday night, I guess. Last night, he got out of the bath. When he washes his hair, he comes so our routine is He sits in a toilet for a little while, and then he takes a bath, clean himself off from sitting in the toilet, and then he comes in and hangs out with me, and we watch TV together and cuddle and hang out and play a little bit. Sometimes we practice baseball, whatever. While his mother gets in the shower because she works early, so she showers at night, and then she comes out, and we all hang out as a family for 10, 15 minutes, and then he goes to bed. But when he washes his hair, when he comes out to the living room, we got to comb his hair, right? Because it's just soaking wet and everywhere, and all his hair's crazy as heck, but. I said, son, where's your comb?
Oh.
He goes, I don't know, Daddy. I don't have a comb. And I looked at him, and he was like, I don't own anything.
Uh-huh.
He's 5.
Uh-huh.
And I was just like.
Single tear right there.
I was like, okay.
Uh-huh.
I was like, I couldn't have been more proud
right.
and more angry
Right.
at the same time.
Right.
I'm like, what you mean you don't have. Get your freaking.
Oh. I'm proud of you, son.
Go get my comb then. Like, where's my comb at? I need to comb your hair, but that hair ain't even yours. But go get my comb. It was just so funny because he's 5 and he flipped the script on me. My wife heard it from the back room,
and he didn't forget after a couple of days.
Nope. And he used it in a sarcastic, condescending way. I was super proud.
He was waiting for that to come.
Oh, dude, he's been sitting on that for 2 days. Mm-hmm. He's like, just wait for Daddy to ask me where. Yep. Hey, son, where's your baseball? I don't have a baseball glove, Daddy. You do. Can I borrow it? Like, it was so good. Daddy, I don't have a comb. Remember? He was like, remember? I was like,
yep.
And then we had another thing. He came to me last night, and this might spill over to the next segment. He came up to me last night. After bath time, he gets a snack. And so sometimes I'll let him have a piece of candy. Sometimes he'll have to eat something healthy. Like, we just kind of – and he was chewing chocolate running down the side of his mouth. Daddy, can I have a chocolate egg? And I was like, son, what are you eating? A chocolate egg? He's like, yes, sir. It's like, so you just took it upon yourself.
He ate it, then he asked.
To go in there and get it, eat it, and then ask me for it? Yes, sir. Did you know that was wrong? Yes, sir. So, okay. Well, you know what that means. No, Daddy, don't whoop me. No. And so I didn't whoop him. I said, I'll tell you what, son. Here's what we're going to do. I'm not mad at you at all. We had a really good conversation. I said, you know what? I'm not mad. But for every decision, there are consequences. Mm-hmm. And so Mommy and I are going to talk, and then we'll decide what your consequence is. And you're either going to get a whooping, or you're going to get grounded from TV, or you're going to get – and, dude, it was like a 30-minute process. Like, he was sitting there kind of contemplating it. My wife got out of the shower, and we took away his bath toys for a week. And, dude, he lost his mind. Mm. That's his favorite time, dude. Mm-hmm. He loves that. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize how much that was going to get him. But it was a really interesting time because it was the first time – he's now old enough to start understanding some of these principles. He had to wrap his mind around the fact that it was his fault that he didn't get to do what he wanted to do because he chose to do something he wasn't supposed to do. And all he had to do was ask me. Well, if he had asked me for a chocolate, I'd have given it to him.
At least he caught himself before he swallowed the whole thing and it was gone.
He should have caught himself before he put it in his mouth.
True.
Boomer and the Beard. This is News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. News starts now.
The Biden administration says by April 19th, 2 weeks earlier than expected, every American will be eligible for a COVID vaccine. Of course, you still have to find one near you. The Biden administration revealing that large numbers of students are not returning to classrooms, even as more schools open for full-time in-person learning. Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz, an outspoken ally of former President Trump, tried to get a pardon before President Trump left office, according to those close to the investigation into Gaetz, for his relationship with a 17-year-old. ABC's Mary Bruce has more.
Sources tell ABC News as the investigation into Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz was getting underway, the longtime Trump ally turned to the former president, asking him for a blanket pardon during his final weeks in office, a request that was ultimately denied. As first reported by the New York Times, it's not clear if Gaetz or the president knew he was under investigation at that time.
Gaetz has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing. I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Steve.
Steve!
Oh, sorry. I have sleep apnea and my machine isn't set up.
It's the third time this week you've napped at your desk. I use AeroCare and was set up the very next day.
I've been waiting a week for someone to call.
AeroCare's amazing, and now I sleep like a baby, just not at work.
AeroCare specializes in all respiratory equipment. If you have sleep apnea or in need of oxygen, let AeroCare set you up. Call 256-469-3900. Let us help you breathe a little easier.
Are you tired? You suffer from chronic fatigue, neuropathy, or joint pain? Call Madison Integrated Medicine. Our amazing staff will provide an individualized patient experience focused on your overall health to treat the cause, not just the problem. Utilizing both traditional and natural medicine. Don't let the symptoms become overwhelming. Treat them preventatively with Madison Integrated Medicine on Slaughter Road in Madison. Call 256-325-0955. That's 325-0955.
When the Me Too movement began with the public shaming of Hollywood mogul and top Democrat donor Harvey Weinstein, nobody could predict the societal impact. So researchers from the University of Colorado wanted to see how attitudes have changed since Me Too took off. Among the answers they got was this: women who collapse with a heart attack or some other medical issue may be left to fend for themselves. Men are now afraid to give women CPR, lest they be accused of sexual assault. Not kidding. Men said that they'd be fearful of being charged with inappropriate touching or sexual assault, so they will not administer CPR to a woman in dire circumstances. The study's lead author, Sarah Perman, is clearly astounded. She says that while these fears are real, it's important to realize that giving CPR is a life-saving act and that gender shouldn't matter. Well, yeah, me too. I mean, I totally agree these fears shouldn't matter to men in theory, but Miss Perman, real life isn't theory, is it? And there's a bunch of weirdo nutcases out there just waiting to make that allegation. I don't blame these men at all, not with the situation that the militant feminazis have created out there. You live with it, you die with it. No CPR. Tough it out.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I'm Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. So glad you've chosen to join us this morning. It is 5 minutes past the bottom of the hour on Wednesday morning. This is Marvin Gaye. Come on, Marvin. Ain't no mountain. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to John Merrill. That's what she said, anyway. Look. I want to. We got to talk about it. I'm sorry. We got to talk about this. I'm sorry, John. So there is a story out there. Now, we've already covered that it is not corroborated, and the only source is...
It's very fresh.
It's very fresh.
Hot
And the only source is a website with a history of being a little bit out there. Let's just say it that way. A little bit out there, okay? In the story... This woman is interviewed and claims she had inappropriate relationships with the Secretary of State, John Merrill. Makes some very sexually explicit claims about their interactions. Some very odd claims.
Specific.
They're very specific. There is specific commentary on his anatomy and its shapes and sizes, and the unevenness therein. And it is definitely something we need to pay attention to, because John Merrill responded with a statement saying, I met with this woman. We've texted back and forth. She came to my office, but she was an obsessive woman. Connor says, smells fishy. Okay, so Connor, I'm curious, what about this to you smells like? I mean, you said it smells like a smear campaign.
And this is probably all coming out because the rumors are
right.
swirling that he may
might
run
be running
against
for against Mo Brooks, which the beloved Mo is. Mo is a protected man in this state right now, as he should be. He's done an exceptional job standing up for Alabamians. But Connor, you say this smells a little off to you. I'm curious what kind of forms that opinion for you.
The level of detail in the article is weird. So there's a lot of really explicit, really weird, specific things that just don't seem. Maybe a couple of them I could see, but all together they just don't seem really plausible. There's also,
but for
sounds
what
like
reason?
It's from a woman scorned.
Yes, okay, that I can go to. So it sounds like an angry woman that's just out to get somebody.
Yeah, and she also calls him racist in the article.
But she also claims she has text messages to prove that.
And you know what? I'd like to see it. The photos themselves, the screenshots. That is,
I never
look a little low quality.
I never trust a screenshot because it would be as simple as me changing the name on your contact to John Merrill and then having you text me some things and then screenshotting John Merrill as the contact. It doesn't have the number. If you want to have a legit screenshot, delete the name and just leave the phone number, because you can always track that. Now, I get you could still doctor that image. I mean, I realize people are really good at Photoshop and all that. I mean, have you seen my photos? But here's why I think maybe there is some truth to it. And Connor, you're gonna, this is something that as you continue to get older, you'll the more relationships that you have with young ladies, the more you'll start to understand some of this
He
some
might
of this
be
stuff.
a little naive on
Well, just on that part.
Well, and just how men are. I mean, like with the Gates deal.
Yeah,
that supposedly was having a little like, hey, I'm gonna hook up with more chicks than you, and I mean, these politicians.
It's the statement that he makes that has me a little concerned. Let me say unequivocally that these are baseless allegations and they are entirely false. Beginning in 2019, this woman began texting and communicating with me. Okay, there's problem number one.
Wait, see, this ain't Messenger. This is text. So
but he says texting and communicating through social media.
Okay.
But at some point, it appears as though it went to a text message.
Yeah, if you're texting, that means your phone.
He said, while we exchanged text, and she even visited the office. Problem number two. It was clear she had other intentions that were bordering on obsession. For me, problem number three. That's a defensive posture. There's no point in, if they're baseless allegations, just come out and say, hey, these are baseless allegations. There's no truth to them. The end. But now that'd be like me saying Connor's leaving on Friday. It's his last day. But Connor's really not been. His performance has bordered on mediocre at times recently. Like, there's no point in me saying that unless on Friday it's going to come out that I'm going to try to say I fired you and you're going to try to say you quit on your own. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just no reason to try to set up a narrative to discredit this woman right out of the gate. That obsession part for me is just a little bit of a red flag because it's like, what are you trying to defend against?
Yeah, maybe your defense went a little too far.
Why are you trying to set up a narrative here? Like, you could have left that part out. If these things were completely baseless and there was obviously there was a relationship here. He's acknowledging there was some level of a relationship.
Like first base.
Who's on first? Merrill's on second. I don't know who's on third. No, it sounded like Merrill went to friggin' fourth base. Let me tell you, if what she's saying is accurate, Merrill was at a base I've never been to. I know that. But I don't know, man. I'm really worried about this one. This, on a scale of 0 to Roy Moore, this is pretty.
Well, I'll tell you what. This sentence in the article also kind of gives me weird thoughts. John Merrill is expected to run for U.S. Senate against America First candidate Representative Mo Brooks in the 2022 Republican primary, followed by John Merrill garnered controversy in July 2019, blah, 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 blah. So it seems like they're setting up Mo Brooks favorably and then talking. It seems, I don't know.
If it's a right,
I'll give that a valid point.
Yeah. But then I seemed like I saw somewhere where maybe Lindsey Graham was going to lean more toward Merrill or some other establishment type.
Anymore.
I could see how the establishment type Republicans would be against Mo Brooks.
Well, he's a patriot.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Mo don't play, son.
As disgusted as I am with the Republican Party and think many of them are just swamp rat cowards, I like Mo Brooks.
Not a swamp rat.
Oh yeah, just
a swamp rat.
Just spineless coward rhino Republicans, but I like Mo. Mo stood up, and he ain't back down.
You know what I want? Mo.
Mm-hmm.
Mo money, Mo.
But, I mean, just about this, and then like with the Matt Gaetz in Florida that, maybe true or untrue, or, now they're talking about Gaetz was asked Trump for a pardon of things that he may or may not done. I don't even get stuff like that. Why would you, if you're innocent of all things, why would you go ask for a pardon for something that you may or may not done that may or may not ever come up?
I don't know. Ask Ed Henry. Oops.
Oh man, I wonder how much does
that cost?
How much, and then do you owe? Like, how do you owe them people?
Yeah.
I don't like though. As a man, I ain't owing nobody nothing.
Son.
I ain't owing nobody nothing.
I don't want to be owed neither, Hayden.
No. But yeah, I mean that's
Hayden. I never got that picture of that alarm clock, son.
If we want to talk about anything, I like to really.
I got one.
Huh?
I got one.
Did it work?
My mom had an extra one.
Oh, so you still owe me. Good
I didn't
deal.
buy one.
Good. Then you still owe me 20.
So how does pardons work?
Pardons are just
so Trump just got paid on all these or what?
Got paid.
Like they pay him to pardon people?
Well, if he got paid, then he could be prosecuted.
Jail, yeah.
Oh, okay. So how do you get people?
No, you just. I mean, as a president, you just say not guilty, and it's done.
Oh.
You didn't know that?
I had no idea how they.
You thought they were paid for.
The governor can do the same thing for state crimes.
Yeah. So how do you pick and choose? That's all I'm saying.
Well, they pay. They just might not pay with money. Oh, if you don't think there's some form of payment,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? You picking up and putting down.
Yeah. Well, so is Ed Henry going to run for something? I mean,
yes.
Okay.
I think so. I think he's going to get back into politics. Ed Henry's a great dude.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, why would you, if you got people kind of backing you to get pardoned, why would you not do something to
meaningful?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if I could I haven't done anything to get pardoned for. It'd be cool to get pardoned.
Something I may or may not have done.
Yeah. They may need to pardon us for this freaking show. You think Live and Local will pardon us for the radio show?
I think we should just pardon ourselves. So pardon me.
Yeah, that's right. Pardon me, I farted. Boomer and the Beard will be right back.
Boomer and the Beard.
As you know, our friend Mike Lindell has a passion to help everyone get the best sleep of their life. He didn't stop at the MyPillow. Let me tell you something. I just got my Giza Dream bed sheets, and they are unbelievable. Mike found this cotton called Giza cotton. It's incredibly soft, super breathable, extremely durable, 60-day money back. That same money back guarantee, that same 10-year warranty that you have on that MyPillow you love so much. The first night you sleep on the Giza sheets, you will never want anything else. Let me tell you something. My son, he's 4. He knows the difference. He knows the difference. He said, Daddy, where are those soft sheets that Mr. Mikey sent me? I said, don't worry, kid, I got you. Pulled them out of the dryer, put them on there. Listen, you right now have a special offer. You will receive 2 for 1 low price and free shipping on the Giza Dream Sheets if you call 1-800-889-7318 or go to mypillow.com/radio specials. Use the promo code BEARD. Again, mypillow.com, radio specials, promo code BEARD.
So what do you want to eat?
I want something fantastic.
Fastastic.
Yes, fast yet fantastic.
Sounds spiff-delicious.
Well, then let's go.
Eat more chicken with Chick-fil-A in Decatur. They have the tastes that you can't get anywhere else, from fantastic snacks and sides to the often intimidated but never duplicated original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. Delicious and juicy, boneless breast of chicken sandwich with its signature pickle slices. Now that's how a chicken sandwich should be. Always freshly prepared and backed up by award-winning My Pleasure customer service. Chick-fil-A believes in providing guests with great tasting food, comfortable environment, the best restaurant experience. Bypass the line and enjoy your Chick-fil-A even faster. 2 great Chick-fil-A locations in Decatur, ready to serve you. Stop by today on Highway 31 South and on the Beltline in Decatur.
Vroom, vroom, beep, beep, vroom, vroom.
When we were kids, there was nothing cooler than our toy trucks.
You'll never catch me. My truck's too fast for you.
Now that you have a real truck, when you see all the toys we have in stock to jack up your ride,
oh wow, look at that.
you'll feel like a kid all over again.
Linex Decatur Customs has everything you need for your truck, SUV, Jeep, and more. Customizing and protecting anything with Linex spray-on coatings. Treat yourself and take your ride to the next level with our wide selection of custom accessories, including our exclusive line of truck Linex. Hitch focuses on quality, and that's what you'll get with Linex Decatur Customs. Give us a call, 256-355-4251. That's 355-4251. Online at Linex.com. Linex Decatur Customs on Beltline Road in Decatur, home of the adventurous, hardworking, daring, and cutting edge.
Where is your haircut gone? We know you don't get out as much. You don't drive by your regular sport clips and pop in for that MVP haircut experience that is so much more than a haircut. But isn't it worth getting out for? For that legendary hot steam towel for your face, massaging shampoo that makes you melt into your seat. Oh man, you remember that, right? We found your haircut. It's right where you left it. Sport Clips. It's good to be a guy.
News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
This is Zayden, and listen to my dad, the Beard. Oh yeah, and the Boomer too.
Come on.
Oh, Carolina, when I get back home to you, I got a story to prove.
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I'm Zach Walker, your big, beautiful, bearded host. Don't you know I miss you? I'm so glad to have you with us this morning on your favorite, the best, the smartest show in morning radio. Boomer and the Beard. I just made up a new song. How you feel about that?
I can dig it.
You can dig it?
Mm-hmm.
Hayden.
Yes, sir.
You talked to Mackenzie yet?
No.
Did you even try again?
A little bit, but it's not really clicking.
I knew you were going to drop that ball.
Sucks.
I knew the odds of you closing that door was about the same as the odds of you showing up for work on time.
But just because, just because we like somebody don't mean he will like them. I mean, so maybe it's just that. I mean, it could go both ways, but just because maybe she's not his type or something. Ain't that right, Hayden?
That's right.
Yeah, she ain't his type. Keep it moving. He gonna get something lined up on his own.
No, I'm working on some more for him. I'm working on some more. We over here swiping. Not on that one. What's up, Jesse?
Pickers are getting slim though. Oh my goodness.
It blows my mind.
Was she just eating?
Yes.
That old Tubbs over there eating.
So when I was in Tuscaloosa last weekend, I pulled it up. My wife and I were sitting there at the restaurant eating, and wow, what's up, Cherish? Her name is Cherish. Is that a real name or a stripper name, you think?
You know, people be trying real hard on these names these days.
Anyways, so we were down there and we hopped on to start kind of swiping for young Hayden there, and the girls were like, I'm talking about, it was a solid, every single girl was a 10, and I'm like, what has happened? Because it did not look like this before. Mm-hmm. And my wife figured out very quickly it's locationally based. So it was showing me all the people in Tuscaloosa.
What's the mile radius on the?
Oh, I don't know. But while I was there, it was showing me people in Tuscaloosa. And let me tell you something: the talent pool there, very different.
What are you saying? Ugly people don't go to college?
No, I'm just saying that. Well, maybe you didn't go. I'm just saying you get down there on old university. I'm just saying. Let me put it this way: young Connor's going to have plenty of options.
You talking about taking Connor? He's taking, ain't he?
Well, he won't be when he gets to Alabama, if we're being honest. Connor, you don't intend on carrying your relationship long distance, do you?
Let's maybe not talk about this.
Well, let's talk about it gently.
We're
gonna do it very gently.
There might already be a rift in this.
Is a rift already forming?
There's a sea forming between them, like the Red Sea is. We got distance and.
Look at his face.
I think we better change the subject before he comes over and slaps both of us.
He might just pull a Hayden tomorrow and be like, I'm sorry. It's my last day and I overslept. Connor, so look, you are leaving this week, and I feel like we need to impart some advice on you before you go.
Long distance relationships
they're difficult. It's a challenge.
They never work.
And when you get down there, there's just going to be a plethora of young ladies that are all swooning over young Connor, because let's be honest, who wouldn't? If I was a woman, I'd be
handsome, a wealth of knowledge.
Oh, wealth of knowledge. He's a knowledge billionaire.
Very.
Connor, have you ever done a long distance relationship before? I'm assuming the answer to that question is no. Is he just ignoring us? Connor, are you there? Hello, Connor? You really don't want to have this conversation, do you? Apparently, it's a conversation that's come up once or twice while they were on their date at the White Bison, and and so all right, we'll leave that alone.
He's gonna have to make a whole new batch of fortune cookies to get out of this one.
Just think, if Hayden would have made fortune cookies, he'd have got Mackenzie. Oh, Connor, will you teach him how to do this, please? Will you have a conversation with Hayden and teach him? I need you to teach him two things: being prompt and also how to make fortune cookies, because apparently that seems to work pretty well.
Oh yeah,
Connor, you really don't want to have this. You want me to leave this one alone? That's a yes or no question.
Silence is.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting the silence treatment.
Oh, you're in trouble.
I wonder if we all stopped talking and just waited on him, how long he would let there be dead air.
Oh, forever.
No. Dead air drives him nuts. All right, Connor, you win. You
just thought y'all was friends.
I know it. Here I was thinking I was losing my best friend. Turns out I never had one. Turns out I never really had one. He doesn't even like me. Man. Well, what else? Connor, are you excited? Are you... like your living situation and all that, is that all set up? Do you know where you're living and all that? Where are you at in the process?
Yeah, more or less.
See, he's talking again. We're good.
You changed the subject.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I know where I'm living. The roommates and stuff will come in the next month or so. So yeah, we're pretty far along.
Now, and just to be clear, the young lady that you are in a relationship with is younger than you, correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's all. And I'm not going to go any. But my point in that is that she will be staying in high school and you will be going to college.
That is correct.
Okay, so yeah, well, we can all. He doesn't want to talk about it, but we all know how that's going to work out.
Well, I mean, as rough as trying as that may be, I think, man, just not knowing who my roommate is going to be, I think I might be a little more.
See, that wouldn't bother me at all. I'm an outgoing person. I don't mind.
Oh, I am too.
I'll talk to a wall.
I'm going to be like, look, we got to establish some rules here. All right.
Well, the good thing about where I'm staying is it's more suite style. So if you don't like your roommates, you got your own bedroom. It's pretty easy to stay out of each other's way.
Well, do you just share a common space, kitchen, living room area?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, that's going to matter. I mean, look, clean up. What about you got your own bathroom?
You share it with one other person. So there's 4 people in a suite, and each pair of bedrooms has a bathroom that they share.
I mean, look, I don't want no pee on the daggum rim of the toilet.
Yeah, wipe it off. Just wipe it off.
Keep it clean.
Yeah.
See, that would,
you got to keep a plunger handy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if I walk in, we got a clogged toilet. There's going to be an issue. I ain't touching your poo.
I would get. I mean, if I lived with somebody that was just so sloppy, we'd end up in a fist fight.
Yeah, I don't think you and I could live together.
No. Just that fist fight.
Which I would be down.
And then you'd clean up. How about get out of the toilet? You're too big to be in the toilet.
Now I see where your son gets it from. You water-sitting son of a gun? Oh, that's funny.
Nah, but like, even, let's say if they're local, mamas, their mama's going to be coming down, doing laundries and stuff.
Let me ask you that question,
cleaning
Connor.
up and stuff.
Are you, and this is not, you're probably not going to like this one either, but it's not an indictment or anything, but like, I was ready to get out of my house. I was ready to have some, not because I didn't love my parents, but because I was at that age where I was ready to kind of spread my wings a little bit and kind of go give it a go. Are you excited, or you think you'll be a little homesick? Do you think you'll come home on the weekends? Like, and this has nothing to do with your romantic relationship. This is just the home.
I think I will miss it. I like it. I mean, obviously it's a little exciting to be, out on your own, but I mean, I'm comfortable here, and it'll be something that I miss. I assume I'll be back pretty often.
Comfort breeds complacency.
See, because my aunt and uncle's got 3 kids, and one graduated from Auburn, got one just about to graduate. If not, she just did or whatever like that from Auburn. But my aunt was down there. I mean, she was probably down there a couple times a month, cleaning, doing laundry, making sure everything stayed tidy.
What?
I mean,
is your mom going to drive down there and clean your suite for you?
She's going to come see you.
No, it's unlikely.
I bet she's going to come see you a lot.
I'm going to come see you. You better, Connor.
I bet your
if
mom.
I come to some Saturday football games or some baseball games and I say, hey, man, we're going to the Cider for breakfast, I expect that you'll meet me there.
Sure.
Okay. All right. I mean, I'm buying. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to act like he doesn't know us. You know what I'm saying?
No, just don't bring up that one subject.
Just don't bring. Well, at that point, never mind. This has been the Wednesday morning edition of Boomer and the Beard. Programming note: we will be off the air Friday. It'll be a best of. I'm going to my grandmother's funeral in Springfield, Missouri.